A very good afternoon to everyone present here today. I thank all the attendees for joining in to learn about Barcelona Convention Bureau and its various offerings. And most importantly, I thank Barcelona Convention Bureau and its five members who have joined us today as panelists to impart knowledge on rediscovering mice in Barcelona. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nikita Ravtani and I will be the moderator for today's panel discussion. We have with us Ms. Lisha Krishnan from Tourism Office of Spain, Mumbai, and
Hello.
hi Lisha, and
Hi.
who will be sharing a few words before I introduce the panelist. Over to you, Lisha.
Thank you, Nikita. Good afternoon, my dear friends. We this is going to be like a series of two webinars that we're starting, and we're delighted to bring to you two webinars on rediscovering mice in Spain. Today, we are presenting mice in Barcelona together with a collaboration, as Nikita said, with the Barcelona Convention Bureau and their five members. Yes, Spain has reopened for tourism for fully vaccinated Indians with Covishield. We are happy to see the pent up desire of Indians to visit Spain again. In this short time after reopening, we have seen small groups from India even traveling to our country. To Espania, we would like to thank you for your support in promoting the destination to your clients. We would also like you to refresh and update your knowledge on Barcelona, learn about the attractions you can offer to your clients for their next trip. So, in this webinar, we have an interesting line of panelists. And towards the end of the webinar, we have a question and answer session. I would urge you to please put your questions for the panelists in the chat box, and we will be discussing, try to avoid questions on visas because we're going to take up the subject on visas in a different webinar in November. So for today, I would request you to please put your questions to our panelists from Barcelona. So, well, just sit back and enjoy today's session. Nikita, please could you take it over ahead with our
Yes,
panelists
thank
and
you.
introduce them?
Sure. Thank you, Lisha.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'll do that. I'll quickly call upon the names of our panelists and who have joined us today. And first up, we have Miss Karma from Barcelona Convention Bureau. Hello, Karma.
Hello, good
Next,
afternoon.
next we have Monica from La Pedrera. Hello,
Hello, good
Monica.
afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Great. Lovely to have you too. Next up, we have Dani from Gotland Charters.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
And next, we have Sonia from La Roca Village. Hello, Sonia. Then we have Mark calling, and Mark is from Familiar Taurus. Hello, Mark,
Hello, Nikita. Hello, Alicia. Thanks so
Hi,
much. Good afternoon,
good afternoon.
everyone.
and good afternoon. And then we have Paula from FC Barcelona. Hello, Paula.
Hi, good
Hi,
afternoon to
Paula.
everyone.
Good afternoon.
Great. So, thank you so much, everyone, for taking out the time to join us today. Next up, I will share a few ground rules before we get started. These ground rules are for the attendees who are attending today. So, this webinar will be for 1 hour and 15 minutes approximately. Just below your screen, you will see several tabs. The first tab is Q&A. If you have any queries, please click on Q&A and type your questions. It will be great if you can even write the name of the panelist to whom the question is addressed. So it'll be easier for us to take it up. Your queries will be addressed at the end of the session. The Q&A session is only for asking questions. So please don't type hi, hello, good afternoon, etc. And please use earphones for better voice clarity. Refresh your screen if your internet is slow or your screen freezes. That will take care of it. Sometimes, due to internet, it gets a bit slow. So, refreshing by clicking on F5 will do the trick. The next tab is the panelist info, which has the contact details of all our panelists. So, you can click on it and download the same. The next tab next to panelist info is the poll question. There will be 5 poll questions. You can click on poll to fill it once we announce the poll question. So just click on the poll tab, answer the question, that's about it. The next tab is the survey form. Please fill the survey only once the webinar ends. So pay attention to the webinar right from the start to the end. And we will also email the survey questions to all the attendees. So you have time to answer the question even post the webinar. Yeah. So no hurry on that. The best part now is that 3 lucky winners who will attend the webinar throughout and attend all the poll questions and fill the survey form will be eligible to win a gift voucher worth rupees 10,000 each. Please note that the survey form will be sent via email, like I said, so it's not necessary to just do it now. You can do it later, and the winners will be selected after that. So let's begin. My first question is to all the panelists present here today. We will start with Karma from Barcelona Convention Bureau. My first question is, please could each of you update us briefly on the tourism scenario post the lifting of the state of alarm in May 2021. Each of you can speak about your destination or product. Let's begin with Karma. Over to you, Karma.
Well, I think that the life here is returning back to normal with hotel, restaurants, museums, tourist attractions operating mostly as usual. Still, of course, we have some restrictive measures. We are wearing face masks at public places. But in general, upcoming months look positive, with more than the 70% of the population already vaccinated. So the impact of the COVID has dropped as never before. The tourism demand in accommodation extremely fell during 2020 and 2021, although at different ways. Depends on the kind of accommodation. Hotel establishments, especially in the city, experienced the highest drop, while the tourism, rural lodging were the more resilient type of accommodation to this kind of crisis. So due to the easing of the restrictive measures from March, and especially thanks to the end of the state of alarm in May, the demand has been gradually generated. So actually, last month in August, we had more international tourism than national tourism for the first time since the beginning of the pandemic. So currently, the situation is that 60% of the hotels in the city are open at the moment, and we are expecting that 85 of them will be open by the end of the year. Don't forget that we have already big events confirmed, such as the IBTM that will take place at the end of November. And obviously, all the hotels are following strict disinfection, cleaning, and safety measures. Concerning tourist attractions, all 90% of the museums and monuments are open to the moment, as well following strict safety measures, such as providing reservation online, avoiding brochures, paper brochures, keeping distance, and so on. And about the public transport, is working as well. It's compulsory to wear a face mask in the public transport, and it's including the metro, tram, buses, the transport to the airport, and the tourist bus, which is the bus touristic, the hop-on, hop-off bus that goes to the most interesting places in the city, is working as well as usual, and the normal city tours. So Barcelona's main priority is to keep the safety of its citizens and visitors, and that's why it's applying all the necessary preventive measures to make the city, to make the destination a safe place to be. For example, in the Barcelona Turisme with the City Council, we have created a new application called Check Barcelona, with a collaboration of a local startup, and to prevent congestion at tourist places. The aim of this free application is that give a tool to visitors, and they can check in real time how busy the different sites are and organize their visits accordingly. And from the Barcelona Convention Bureau, we have been very active in promotion online, obviously. We have created our new video, Barcelona, the place to meet, that you will see later.
Great. That's such good news. Thank you for sharing the insights, Karma, because that helps us to plan the our mice event so effectively. So thank you so much for sharing. Next up, we have Monica from La Pedrera. Monica, your views, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, once we finished the state of alarm, we had to understand the new needs of the tourism sector. So we started to offer activities and new services with the purpose to offer the best option for all kind of visitors, corporates, families, seniors, couples, and so forth. Well, the pandemic made us more decisive and faster in finding better solutions adapted to the market, of course. And for instance, we started a new visit called the Unseen Pedrera. I will speak about this later, and with the smaller groups, but always without losing the quality of the visits. And we had been, as we had been doing up to them. We adapted all services and spaces to the new sanitary standards, offering maximum safety during the visit and within the spaces destined for events. But always thinking that the person who visits us could enjoy this gorgeous building, because this is the most important civil work of Antonio Gaudí, a very famous architect. We also adapted the spaces for events, conference, private dinners, etc., to the new needs of the sector. And nowadays, we can carry out this kind of events on site, hybrid, or totally in streaming. Doesn't matter. Um, during the second half of the last year and the first half of this year, we had been receiving basically local public, but since this summer, as Karma said before, we are increasing the visits of foreign tourism. So we think that we are getting back on track, and well, now we are sure that La Pedrera will be again a must for all those who want to visit Barcelona. So for this reason, we wait you soon. Okay, thank you.
All the best, Monica. I'm sure a lot of visitors will be seen in La Pedrera from India.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Dani from Gotland Charters.
Hello. Well, our case is a quite special situation, because as our services and our facilities are 100% outdoors, the pandemic hasn't stopped us during this year. Of course, we got some restrictions on our capacity, but we come back to normal now, and we are working as in 2019. For us, it's quite easy. We need to keep the face mask when boarding. We need to keep social distancing, and besides of that, we are under the sea breeze, and as I said, it's an outdoors activity. So for us, the effect of the pandemic has been less than, I guess, my colleagues and the rest of the city. Thank you.
That's such good news, Dani. When you hear that the effect is less, it really makes life so much simple for everyone to choose
Yes,
Gotland Charter. Yeah, perfect. Great. So
absolutely.
next up we have Sonia from La Roca Village. Sonia, over
Hi.
to you. Hi.
Hi, namaste, namaskar to everybody. I'm agree with Carmen as well. Catalonia is back to normal. Barcelona is back to normal. Hotels are most opening. We are even opening new hotels in Barcelona, restaurants, and there is a lot of events with a very important safe and healthy protocol. So yesterday I've been in a webinar organized by Catalonia government, and all the protocols were on. During this summer and La Roca, we have even more visitors than 2019 2019, sorry, and we reached also the record on in one day in summer, 29,000 people visiting La Roca. I don't know if you know very much. Everybody knows what is La Roca. La Roca is a very luxury outlet outside Barcelona because it's too huge to keep it in the city center. It's a tourism destination as well. We have more than 4 million visitors even every year, more or less. Even well, during the pandemic, we have half, but we want to reach 5 million next year. It's the second destination in Catalonia visiting and the fourth in Barcelona. La Roca Villas is an open space. Since the beginning, we had all the protocols activated in the village because we have also two villages in China. So we had all the information from China. They were the specialists in this matter, and we have 11 villages in all around Europe. It's outside Barcelona. It's 40 minutes from the city center of Barcelona, and it's very close also to Costa Brava. And we have extended La Roca. Before we were 130 shops. Now we open a new area, and we reach also 150 boutiques. For instance, it's like Gucci, Burberry's, Prada, and now we will open Yves Saint Laurent next week. So we are very ready to welcome all Indian people. So I hope they will come early. I hope in the end of this year, and waiting for you as soon as possible, really, because we need you, really. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Sonia. Thank you so much. All the best for achieving the 5 million target. You will shortly achieve that. and and you are so Indian yourself. You've worn a bindi that looks so nice. Compliments
For
to
my
you.
Diwali party last year, so I'm happy
Fantastic.
to wear it today. I will bring bindis for everybody if you need it.
Yeah, fantastic. Next up is Mark from Familia Torres.
Hello, good afternoon, Nikita,
Good
Alicia.
afternoon.
Thanks so much to the to the Barcelona Tourism Board, excuse me, and to the Spain Tourism Board as well for organizing the panel today. I would like to share with you the vineyards. We are in the harvest right now. We are in the middle of the harvest. We thought that this harvest would be um, a bit less extended, but in the end, the temperatures have dropped a little bit, and we are having a bit longer period of time to be able to see all these happening from the end of August until mid-October approximately. Well, just to as well frame the situation and explain and share with you, we are south of Barcelona, about 40 minutes, and this region is called Penedès. It's an old wine region that's about 2,000 years old. And Familia Torres has been trading actually in wine for over 500 years, as it is stated in the books. The company was established 1870, in those days of uh, a blooming economical, artistical of the whole area of Catalonia. You can see that as well in Barcelona, translated in the architecture of Antoni Gaudí and other prominent architects and artists. So it is a company with a long, long tradition of 5 generations. And right now, what we are offering is mostly experiences outdoors as well, adapted obviously to the new circumstances. We have obviously, you know, respect all the social distance, all the volume of clients, the minimum, maximum for groups, and the type of activities have been as well adapted, as well as the contents of them. So most of the activities are tailor-made and according to the wishes, the expectations of the clients. Um, we're really looking forward to receive and host groups from India to share wines, culture, landscape, history, and lovely gastronomy that we can also adapt. Our chef has lived actually a few years and worked in India. And we are also distributed and present in cities like Delhi and Mumbai in India. So I thank you very much for the opportunity. I really very much look forward to seeing you here, to meeting you, and to sharing all what is good here in the areas around Barcelona. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. And the very fact that you offer flexibility in terms of gastronomy as well as its open space, that makes it a fantastic MICE destination for all the visitors from India. So I'm sure they're looking forward to visiting your beautiful vineyard and experiencing it. Great. Up next is Paula from FC Barcelona. Over to you, Paula.
Thank you very much for counting with us for this webinar. So at FC Barcelona, we have suffered a lot in all areas of the club due to the fact that we are one of the main tourism points of the city. But we early began to work in a COVID-free space so that tourists will feel safe when visiting our facilities and holding events. And after months of preparing our facilities for this, Barca and all its areas obtained the Safe Tourism certification, accrediting that not only the museum, but all the venues for events were COVID free. Also, we created different products that could adapt to the situation, such as the live stream tour, thought for companies and to direct customers, but also we created a package to do online meetings or hybrid meetings with Camp Nou setup. During the summer 2020, once the restrictions started to relax a bit, FC Barcelona held different events, including a concert in the stadium with around 1,000 attendees or so. But after the summer and once the second lockdown started, we again suffered to confirm a lot of events due to the fact that the stadium started to be closed. What we struggle the most is having matches played with no spectator, as it's the main income for FC Barcelona. But the first match that we welcome guests back at Camp Nou were in August 2021, so last month. And currently we have 40% capacity at Camp Nou for the matches. And it looks like, and actually today there was a new that we will be able to open the Camp Nou to its 100% capacity. As per events in our premises, we hold a lot of events during the summer of 2021, being able to offer the pitch itself for any type of events, such as concerts, companies being able to play matches, or even dinners in the main grass of the stadium, which allow us to offer an open space to hold events, which is a very important factor right now with COVID limitations. Right now, we offer all of our facilities for indoor and outdoor events. Indoor spaces are currently limited to 70% with a maximum of 1,000 attendees, and outdoor spaces are limited to also 70%, but with a maximum of 3,000 attendees. So Camp Nou doors are open, so we hope to welcome you very soon in our facilities.
Great. Thank you, Paula. Paula, you mentioned that FC Barcelona suffered a bit. So our best wishes are with you. That and we can only we can positively see the recovery in terms of from zero spectator to 40%, and now our best wishes for 100% spectators in the stadium. Thank you so much, all of you, for answering the question. We will now ask individual questions, and this is the first question is for Karma from Barcelona Convention Bureau, and the question is: tell us the reason that make Barcelona special for incentive trips.
Okay, I will give you some reasons, but there's a lot. Well, first, I would like to say that when we talk about Barcelona, we are not talking just about the city, but about the whole province. Do you know that we have 12 natural parks, ideal for outdoor activities, and we have 100 kilometers of coastline with 5 kilometers of beaches, including in the same city, which is an element that completes our range of tourist attractions and facilities and set us apart from other big European tourist cities. We have also excellent transport infrastructure. The Barcelona airport is located just 14 kilometers away from the city center, and it operates direct flights to the main European cities as well as a growing number of intercontinental flights. Then by rail, with this high-speed train, Barcelona and Madrid are connected in 2 hours and 30 minutes. and Barcelona and Paris in 6 hours. Barcelona is also the European leading cruise port. It is the base harbor for most of the cruise companies operating in the Western Mediterranean and is used for many passengers as the departure point for the Mediterranean cruises. Regarding accommodation, Barcelona's range of hotels is characterized by its variety, quality, and competitive rates. We have national and international luxury chains, but also charming small boutique hotels, or even in the province where you can find monasteries, there's one castle or rural dwellings. You have a lot of options. Then we'll say that Barcelona is a dynamic, trendy, and cosmopolitan destination with a broad range of cultural activities, a fine gastronomy. We have the Mediterranean diet here, but we also have a lot of international restaurants, including Indian restaurants and catering, a lot of options for shopping, for luxury shopping. And we have also a big calendar of sporting events which are ideal for incentives, including the MotoGP, the Formula One GP, the marathon or the Godó tennis tournament, and of course, Football Club Barcelona, which is our ambassador. The city wasn't built in one day, obviously, and we have a lot of cultural offer. We have in the city and also in the rest of the destination, you can find Roman and Romanist remains, but also you will admire a lot of works belonging to the artistic movement for which Barcelona is known, which is the Modernisme, with works by Puig i Cadafalch, or Domènech i Montaner, or obviously the genius of Antoni Gaudí, such as Casa Batlló, Casa Milà, or Sagrada Familia, which is the icon of the city as well. And Barcelona is much more. There are a lot of interesting excursions that you can organize for your incentive trip, less than 1 hour away from Barcelona city, such as visiting the 11th century monastery of Montserrat, or the vineyards in El Penedès or Altalaya, the coastal town of Sitges, or even PortAventura, which is a fun-fair park with accommodation in a charming Mediterranean surroundings. From the Barcelona Convention Bureau, our aim is to help you in any kind of information you may need, and please be sure that we'll do our best to help you in organizing your events or your incentive trips to Barcelona. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karma. You explained this so very well. But I always believe seeing is believing. So let's play a video for all the audience to see how beautifully you described what you said.
Thank you all for waiting for the resource report. Your rear here, take forward. 2225, welcome aboard.
You've been feeling blue for a long time. It seems that nothing can make you smile. It happens when you search what you cannot find. I can feel the energy of your vibes, learning from the scars of all your fights, longing for the things that make you shine. 'Cause you are young, don't waste your days about it. Don't waste your days about it. You're not alone, don't break your head about it. Open up and let it out. seen yesterday. I always thought there is no point in living that way. Waiting on the platform, there's no place to stay. So tell me when you're ready. We'll chase the clouds away. Let's turn off the blue lights. You can make your mood rise. Open up your faith. When you feel lonely, know your demons scream so loud. You don't need to worry. Open up and let it out. When you feel callings and all your demons scream so loud. Don't need to worry. Open up and let it out. 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 Open up and let it out.
Fantastic. That was such a lovely video, and it summed up the whole of Barcelona so well. Thanks for sharing this video with us, Karma.
Thank you.
And great. We next move on to the poll question, which Karma would like the audience to answer. She wants to know, for the accommodation of my groups in Barcelona, uh, so what does the audience look for? I always look for hotels located in the city center. I don't mind the location in the city as long as they have competitive rates, or I do mind the accommodation in Barcelona province less than 1 hour away from the city. So, audience, please type vote for the relevant answer so that we kind of can analyze what the answer would be. Thank you so much. This will be open for 30 seconds before we move on to Monica. Thank you, Karma.
Thank you.
Great. Monica, I hope you're ready to answer my second question. Uh, I would I would like to know, uh, can you please tell us more about the Unseen Pedrera, the guided tour for groups? And is it possible to organize a gala dinner for an incentive group?
Yes, everything is possible at La Pedrera, Nikita.
Wow.
Everything. Well, concerning the Unseen Pedrera, well, this is one of the activities that we offer nowadays. In this case, during this activity, visitors can discover new spaces that are usually close to the public, and they can know the old car park in the basement of the rear facade, from where they have a privileged view of the courtyard, as well as other elements designed by the architect Antonio Gaudí for this unique building. The Unseen Pedrera, in this case, is a different guided tour in a small groups, full of anecdotes that will allow them to visit this building inspired by nature from a different point of view. But as I told you before, but the Unseen Pedrera is not the only kind of visit that we offer. In addition, people can visit the house through an audio guide tour, discovering all the spaces of the building, and understanding better how gorgeous people lived a century ago in Barcelona. So this is the kind of visit. But if you want an unforgettable experience, we offer other kind of visits too. For instance, La Pedrera Exclusive. This is a guided tour at 8 a.m. before the buildings open to the general public, and people are alone in the house seeing all the preparations before the doors are open to the public. In this case, it's a small group as well, and the visit ends at La Pedrera Cafe, where all visitors will be invited to a coffee or tea or infusion and so forth, with an amazing view to the most popular street of Barcelona, called Passeig de Gràcia Street. On the other hand, when the sun goes down, La Pedrera is alive as well and offers a unique nighttime experience and an evocate tour, visiting different spaces and culminating in an incredible audiovisual show using video mapping on the Warrior roof terrace with a glass of cava at the end of the activity. And all views of Barcelona. Is absolutely a breathtaking experience, this. All these kind of the visits you can combine with a meetings, conference, some lunch or dinner in one of our amazing spaces into the house. Spaces absolutely equipped to hold any event. This is a perfect venue in order to organize the best event for corporate groups and mice and so on. Doesn't matter. Some family and anyone that they want to enjoy this house like something special in Barcelona. So now I would let me show you this breathtaking building and watch this video. So Nikita, come on when you want. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me play the video for everyone to see how beautiful it is. Wasn't it lovely, audience? This was so nice. And the fact that, Monica, you said that everything is possible at La Pedrera, what
Everything.
makes it so simple, so nice for everyone? Indians love flexibility, and this is a great choice. Now, Monica would like to know the poll question, and we request the audience to once again click on the polls tab at the bottom of your screen and vote. Please select the relevant answer. The question is, for your groups to Barcelona, how often do you receive requests for special venues? A, 4 out of 5 inquiries, B, 2 out of 5 inquiries, and C, 1 out of 5 inquiries. We'll wait for 30 seconds before we move on to the next panelist. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you very much to you.
Hello, Dani. Are we ready? You're on mute, Dani.
Yes, sorry about that.
Not at all. Not at all. So, Dani, the next question is for you. Uh, Please explain the advantages of renting from Gotland Charters a luxury yacht, a catamaran, the beautiful sailboat Southern Cross, or hosting a wedding on a boat. And is Indian catering possible on board?
Well, Golden Charter is in the business for more than 20 years now, and with 100,000 passengers a year. So for that reason, we consider we really uh, understand the needs of the mice market. We also have the largest fleet in town, including 5 large sailing catamarans that can accommodate more than 500 people at the same time just in the core of the city because our base is in Town Las Ramblas, just in the city center. Our activity, we got many options to do on board, but basically we can say that we can go for the pure touristic tour, including explanations about history and the main features of the city. We can also go for the team building activity, which is quite fun because with different boats and groups of people, we make them to sail the boats themselves. And sailing requires a lot of coordination, and it's especially a good activity for the working teams in order to improve their communication, coordination, and efficiency. And of course, we can also do the to be the central or main event of your time in the city. So we can go for sailing, so the pure entertainment activity, providing live music, drinks. Even we can go for a swim, of course, depending of the time of the year. And along with your question, absolutely yes, we can provide Indian catering. We have done it in the past with great success, and yeah, we have some partners in the city that provide us from of Indian catering.
Great. Thank you, Dani. Let's have a look at the video first, and let's see what the audience has to see about Gotland Charters.
I hope you like.
Excellent. And the fact that Indian catering is possible makes it so much more, it's an added advantage. And the
Yeah.
capacity is huge too. So fantastic. This is a lovely option. Now, audience, Dani wants to know. He has a poll question for all of you. He wants to know that when organizing sailing activities in Barcelona, you usually have more requests for A. Team building activities, B. Excursions to discover the coast of Barcelona, or C. Excursions plus dinner and entertainment on board. What is it that your client requests? So we'll hold on for 30 seconds before we move on to our next panelist. Thank you so much, Dani.
You're
Next
welcome.
up, great. Next up, we have Sonia from La Roca Village. Hello, Sonia. Great. Our question to you is, how different is it to shop at La Roca Village compared to regular shopping in Barcelona? Are there special discounts for groups from India?
Yes. Okay, we are part of the experience in Barcelona with all the panelists in here, so we are a complement. And because we know that for Indian people, shopping is quite important, we prepare. We know very well how Indian market wants to be treated, and in La Roca we have a special discount for Indian market. For instance, we have the normal discount is about 60% because we are selling the item from last season. I mean, we are just allowed to sell the items from winter fall last season in 2020. But for Indian people, we give an additional discount is about 10%, or it depends of the group, if it's mice group or bleisure group or leisure group. We are very ready to work with Indian market because we start to have Indian tourism very strong since 2 years ago. So we are learning to work with Indian market now about food. We know that is very important for Indian people. We did also a mentors day, Indian mentors day, inviting all the incoming travel agencies here in Barcelona to well know how Indian people want to have uh, gastronomy or to be treated, or what are the brands that they like more, to be ready every time that we have an Indian group introducing the new brands for Indian people. So we create experience with that surprise and delight, with high quality brands and quality price for Indian people to be ready to welcome your groups in here. This is what we did more or
Great.
less.
Fantastic. This is what we need also in India. 10% discount is huge for us.
Other, yes, because if you make the 60% discount that we have for normal plus the 10% discount, is about 70% discount from high luxury brands.
Exactly. That's
That is
lovely.
very good.
Fantastic. Let's have a look at La Roca village and see how beautiful it is.
Well, my video is very short in comparison with the other ones, but it's very focused.
Yes, lovely. Let's play it and have a look. Brilliant. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you so much. Audience, I hope you enjoyed it. And now Sonia wants to know, there is a poll question waiting for you. Sonia wants to know how relevant is at the moment the destination Barcelona or Catalonia or Spain for the Indian market. A, the answer, one of the most demanded destination. B, the second or third in the list of favorites. And three, yet a destination to discover for your clients. Please let Sonia know about it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sonia. We'll be now moving on to our next panelist, Mark. Mark, you're on mute.
Sorry, excuse me. Hello,
No problem. Hello.
Nikita. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Okay.
So, Mark,
Yes.
uh, we have a question for you. The question is, please share with us the signature Taurus wine experience for groups. Our audience would be delighted to learn more about the new gastronomical space where one can enjoy Mediterranean cuisine surrounded by vineyards.
Thank you, Nikita. Actually, we are in the heart of the vineyards of a wine region, as commented before. That means we are surrounded by olive trees, we are surrounded by vineyards, um, a natural landscape that's quite mild. I would say can be probably referred, or I wouldn't like to compare it, but it reminds me a little bit to the Tuscany. I would say is the Tuscany we have here next to Barcelona. We're really close to the capital. So what we offer is experiences where we select very special wines, where we accompany our clients. It might be a board of direction. It might be a group of VIP people who want then to taste and to experience in a very personalized way this world we are surrounded by in the most special places in a natural environment. Very peaceful, very beautiful, and really close to the coast. We are about 30 minutes from Montserrat, the iconic mountain. And we are also just 15, 20 minutes from Sitges, which is a beautiful coastal village. Well, it is considered a city, but it has the heart of a village, I would say. It's very beautiful, very pretty. So basically, what we do is then offer this special tasting even from the barrel, for example. You see, and then what we want is to make this a very special journey, a very special experience, a memorable contact with this world of wines. That is the whole idea. And we're really, really very much looking forward to be able to then create those programs according to the necessities, to the desires, to the wishes of the clients from India. So we very much do look forward to host them and select those wines. And as we also said, we can ship eventually, they can find a selection of them in some of the biggest cities in India. And actually, we have our distributor, which is Sula Wines, who are helping us a lot, obviously. And it's a very, very good joint venture. So, yes, that would be resumed. The concept, the idea, and what we would love to share with clients from India. Nikita.
Great. Thank you, Mark. And who doesn't know Sula wines? So we automatically are looking forward, everyone's looking forward to now visit and see the vineyards themselves. Let us play a video so that they can have a look at it right away.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. This has
Thank
so
you.
many activities that you described, and it's so amazing. It's like, if I'm not mistaken, this could be a full day tour, right? I mean, one can come
Yes,
in and
that's correct, Nikita. One can come in and do, for example, a brief meeting or have obviously a welcome coffee and then reunite or realize an activity. Then we can do a visit, we can taste some samples, and then we can enjoy gastronomy and in a beautiful environment. So yes, that's definitely
lovely.
yeah,
So,
the idea.
audience,
Thank you
they
so
now
much.
know. Great. The audience now knows that one full day has to be reserved for familiar tourists.
Yes,
Great. Thank
eventually.
you so
Thank you
much,
so much.
Mark.
Thank you so much.
We
Thank you so
great. We have one poll question which Mark wants to know, and that is, so how important is Indian food for your corporate incentive groups to Barcelona? Is it mandatory? Is it not always mandatory? And the third is willing to experience with Catalan cuisine. So, audience, we would like to know your answer. We will be having the poll question will be open for 30 seconds. Thank you so much, Mark. We now have Paula next from FC
Thank you.
Barcelona. I'll welcome Paula now. Thank you. Hello, Paula.
Hi.
So, Paula, are we ready with I have a question for you. The question is it possible to organize a gala dinner a gala evening with dinner and entertainment at FC Barcelona?
So the answer to that question will definitely be yes. At Camp Nou, we have plenty of different options to make events in an iconic venue that guests will remember forever. We have more than 20 spaces available to hold events, including spaces such as the Presidential Room, the pitch of the stadium, the Barca Museum, and many other indoor and outdoor spaces that give us opportunity to make different setups and ambiances that will create memorable events. We can hold gala evenings throughout the whole year. We can have dinners for small groups from 20 people to bigger groups up to 3,000 people. And we can combine indoors and outdoor spaces. An example of an event that works a lot and we do a lot here in our facilities is start the experience with a tour, including visiting the museum, the press room, the changing rooms, and then finishing the tour at the bench area where we can offer a welcome drink and then move to an inside room like the presidential room for the gala dinner. In terms of catering, we work with different catering companies around Barcelona that offer a huge food and beverage service, and we can create any type of menu for our clients, including Indian gastronomy, which we know is a very important factor. In terms of entertainment, we can display enormous amounts of setups combining the history of the club and the client's brand. And some examples could include the presence of a Barca ex player during the event, a giant projection of the company logo in the middle of the pitch, a football freestyler show, live band magic show, or even the presence of someone from the Barca team speaking about different topics such as history of the club, global expansion, or some strategic projects that are being carried out. And lastly, our spaces also include facilities to carry out team building activities, such as matches with your coworkers or friends in the Camp Nou pitch, VIP tours around the facilities, or we even put the sporting city where the first team trains available to do training sessions with our Barca Academy.
Great. Thank you so much, Paula. Very well described. And there are a few questions that have come up for you. When you answered the first one, it said, "What are the activities that you can suggest, and what are the different concepts that you can suggest?" But I think you summed it up so well, and I hope the audience is now clear on what can be done. When you host an event in FC Barcelona, we will let's play a video to the see it to believe it. Let's do it then. Isn't that lovely? Thank you so much, Paula, for sharing the video with us. Now, audience, Paula has a poll question which she wants us to answer. The question is, what do you consider to be the most important aspect for an event held at the FC Barcelona facilities? A. Catering is the most important element for the success of an event. B. mix of a good F&B service and an experience, including a barca element within the event rundown. And C, an activity related to football should be the most important aspect to hold an event at the FC Barcelona premises. So we will wait for 30 seconds, and let's hope to get the right answers. Audience, please vote for the same. Great. Thank you so much, Paula. And audience, after you answer the poll question, we will take a few questions that have come in the Q&A section. I will have all the panelists on board to be present here. Great. Thank you everyone for answering the questions. It was really lovely. And we have a few questions that have come up for you. So I will take the questions one by one. Due to paucity of time, we will not be able to take all the questions, but I'll choose some of the relevant ones for each of you. And probably we can pick 5 to 6 questions. Yeah. So the first question is for Karma. And the question says, do Covishield vaccinated Indians get a green pass which permits them to freely enter restaurants, museums, and other closed door event venues?
Can you repeat it, please? I can hear it
Yes,
well.
sure. So the question is, uh, in India, we use Covishield as a vaccination. So if they are Covishield vaccinated Indians, do they get a green pass through which they are permitted to freely enter restaurants, museums, and other closed door events?
Okay. Actually, today they were talking about that because at the moment it's not like in England or Italy that you need to show your vaccination code before to getting into restaurants. For the moment, we just have less capacity. Normally, restaurants what at the 70%, 50%, and meeting rooms or conventions at 70%. They say they are probably going to change that, and that will be an option to show the vaccination code before to get in, at least in some restaurants or on a nightlife. But probably depends on the venue. It will depend of the restrictions, you know.
Okay, great. And Karma, now similar to this, there is a question which is more to do with the pandemic.
Yeah.
In the current situation, would you have hotels allowing Indian cooks to come over and do the cooking for the groups, which was in the past it was possible, but at this point, would you have any idea? Would hotels allow or?
Honestly, I don't know. It depends on the property, you know. Probably they yes, but I'm not. I really don't know because it depends of the on the hotel on the property. Yeah. So I wouldn't
Perfect.
say yes for sure because I.
Yes. So each one, when they have a query, they can directly ask the hotel to
Of
understand whether
course,
that's
yes,
possible or not.
yes,
Great.
because the hotels
Makes
are
sense. Yes.
adapting to the different restrictions. The restrictions are
Yes.
changing and getting easier, you know. So probably it's possible, but it's better to reconfirm it with the hotel. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Karma. Our
Thank you.
next question is to Monica. Is there any self-guided audio tour of La Pedrera?
About the self-guided, well, this is you can visit La Pedrera, okay, by yourself, okay, with a self, it's with an audio guide, and then you have another option. You can ask for a guide as well, and sometimes now it's a little bit difficult, but we have an Indian guide as well, and we can offer the visit in Indian language as well. But
Fantastic.
yes, it is possible, but on request, obviously. But yes, we can speak about this because in this moment, I think that there is a guide in Indian, and well, you can do as you prefer. In the audio guide, there is in a Indian language. Okay, it's in English and other languages, but if you prefer, you can ask for a Indian guide.
Fantastic. talk about flexibility and La Pedrera already has it. So
Yeah.
fantastic. And
Okay.
yeah, so that takes care of the, that's a answer to all the audience. Thank you so much for that. The next question is for Dani. Dani, is thermal check done during onboarding when the flight when in the yacht if there is a boarding happening? So is a thermal check done, and is COVID negative certificate required?
So what I understand, if with a COVID negative test is required to get on board, is that what you are asking?
a, a thermal check, like the check at the when they enter the yacht, is there a check that is done, or is there a COVID negative certificate that is required for all
No,
the
no.
guests?
No, what we do is just to keep the face mask on, to provide gel when boarding. Then we need to seat everybody in a particular place, depending on the nature of the group. Maybe they have been together before, so we don't need to have so much distance. But if they don't know each other, what we do is to accompanying the people to see them along the boat with different in different group with social distance, and then
Fantastic.
we keep we keep it like that. When we moor the catamaran back and we get out of the boat, we start again with the same procedure. Face mask
Fantastic.
on, we keep the distance, and we leave the boat.
Perfect. That's great for safety measures. Thank you, Dani. Our
You're
next
welcome.
question is for Mark. Uh, how far is the vineyards? I have been paying attention. It's 40 minutes. So from Barcelona.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's the first part of the question. But I'll ask you the question: how far is the vineyards, and can it be and can it be planned as a full day tour? And that's something I'd ask. But Mark, please over to you if you can answer that again.
Of course, I can. Thank you, Nikita. We are a 40-minute drive approx. Obviously, we've got traffic. We've got sometimes a bit busier days than others, depending on the time. Make it a small hour. Make it 50 minutes if you want. But we're quite close, actually. Easy to be reached by even the train. Actually, then you need a taxi from the train station. But if there is individual clients that would visit, that would be an option. But anyway, bus, the highway that connects France with, the coastal areas of Spain, what we call the AP7. That's a big road that connects us with the city of Barcelona. The second question, yes. We can make it a 4-day tour. We can make it a 4-hour experience, a 6-hour experience, depending on what the client would like to realize. Because we invite also, for example, the client to realize activities such as a white canvas or mind games, or if they want to do any specifics related to other of the wonderful features that Barcelona and the Barcelona and Catalan areas offer, such as a trencadís inspired in the Gaudí architecture, or a recipe, or stomping on the grapes while there is a harvest. I think we can perfectly be an excellent program for an incentive trip, I would say. And as I said, also for smaller groups in terms of VIP, with regards to very special wine tastings and food and wine experiences. Thank you, Nikita. Thank you so much to the Spanish Tourism Board, to Barcelona Tourism, Karma, and all my colleagues and everyone here at the panel. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Very well explained. And you gave so many ideas. I think people won't be short of ideas now. They already know what all can be done for a full day activity at Familiar Taurus. My next question goes to Sonia. Sonia, do you have any complimentary transfers from the city to La Roca village? And there is one more question. What is the best way to go to La Roca village? So if you can combine the two.
Okay, I'm starting from the second one because it's easier for me in personal opinion. for groups, big groups, is Monday and Tuesday are the best days because it's not fully crowded and
Mhm.
is better. To avoid is the weekend because it's full of domestic market coming. So my personal opinion to get to La Roca for individuals every day doesn't matter, but for groups is Monday and Tuesday are the best day. And the timings is in the morning. It's better than the afternoon. But I mean, we can do everything. The first question was sorry. I don't
Do
remember.
you have complimentary transfers
Yes,
from the
well, we
city?
can study. I mean, from five-star hotels in Barcelona, a few
Mhm.
ones like Majestic or Ars Hotel or W or what there are six or seven. We have complimentary transfer, but if it's going to be a very important group, we can study also a transfer in bus from Barcelona because it's not very long way, and we can study. We can do. I mean, we can do everything like in La Pedrera and in football club. We can do study everything. I mean, there is not the transfer is not going to be a problem. And
Okay.
also, I would like to add that in the Roca, you are allowed to enter without the mask, but you have inside the shops you need the mask, but outside no, because it's an open space village. But
Mhm.
you have to clean your hands with the gel in each shop that you are coming in. But you have the gel. There is gel in everywhere in the village, in every corner, so it's not going to be the problem.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sonia. Our last question is for Paula. Paula, is branding of corporates allowed during a MICE event? Is it possible at FC Barcelona? And what are the options of branding?
So yeah, we have some limitations, obviously, because we have some club partners like Nike, Cupra, or CaixaBank. So when we have a company that gets into conflict with one of our partners of the club, we are quite limited in terms of branding because there cannot be an association between a brand that enters into conflict with a partner brands. But for the rest of the companies, we have a lot of different options in terms of branding. We can have all the entrance door branded with the company logo. We can have a projection of the company logo in the middle of the pitch when doing events at night. We can produce backdrops, roll ups, photo calls, carpeting, totems. We work with one of the best branding companies here in Barcelona to produce all these elements. So I will say we can do any type of branding. Depends on the space that we use for the event, and also depends on the company, the final client, because if it enters into conflict with one of our sponsors, we are very limited.
Great. Thank you. That's still quite a handful, a lot of things that can be done in terms of branding. Thank you so much for answering that, Paula. And well, audience, that takes care of our Q&A questions. So now I would request Tour Espana, Lisha from Tour Espana, to make the concluding remarks and also introduce the survey questionnaire. Over to you, Lisha.
Thank you very much. We hope you have found this knowledge session very interesting. Now we would like to launch the survey questionnaire. Nikita, if you could put it on,
Sure.
please.
Audience, the survey question is in the survey tab. You can click on the survey tab just like you clicked on the poll tab, and answer the survey question. The this will be open for the next 15 minutes, so you can answer the survey question now, or you have an opportunity that we will send an email to you, and you can reply back to us with the survey question. The choice is all yours, and we look forward to, but it's a very important thing. Survey question is very mandatory, so please do not
Yeah.
miss out on filling the survey question.
So, as
Okay.
Nikita said, you can take your time to answer them. There is no hurry. You can, answer them over the weekend and email it to us. But we want you to put all your thoughts and help us to understand your client's requirement better so we can, give you the best options possible. So you should be like, we want you to be honest while answering the survey. You can be critical as well. We would appreciate that. From the fully completed surveys, we will be selecting 3 winners. Each winner will receive an e-gift voucher worth 10,000 Indian rupees each.
That's lovely.
So thanks. Once again, thanks for joining this webinar, and we hope to see you in our next webinar on mice in Madrid on the 25th of October. Until then, goodbye and thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining in. Thank you, panelists. Thank you, audience. Lovely meeting all of you. Take care. Namaste.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.